what's up? It's your favorite Asian, Crispy, aka Khan. And man, okay, this is it's really kind of dizzy. Yeah, I didn't feel right. Anyways, obviously, if you can't tell by the video's title, yeah, man. Anyways, look, I'm here to talk about racism and some racist stuff I went through. Ish, I don't know. Oh God, I'm gonna just do this off the top of my head. Anyways, a YouTube user or somebody that subscribed to me asked me to answer a couple questions for, I'm guessing it's gonna be a her, for her project for school. And she asked some really good questions and got some really good responses. So I'll read some of these, I'll read the question responses back and I'll try to elaborate a little bit on it. So she asked me three questions, all right? Let's see. How did you feel in high and middle school as an Asian student? And I'm gonna be honest, and this is what I put. I felt out of place not only because of my ethnicity and because of my interest in music, but also, because I felt like I wasn't really into in the Asian crowd per se. And through music, however, things like being in a band, choir, guitar, I stopped caring about the fact that I was Asian. I kind of just used it as a way to break the ice, crack jokes and whatnot. And I started seeing race less. A second question she asked me is, what was the most racist comment you've ever heard? Now I've heard some of the more obvious ones, like chink and whatnot, but I actually never got a lot of that too much. Probably the worst or most offensive racial comment I've gotten was being a little kid and actually having dreams of doing music, and having a grown adult tell me I couldn't do it. Not simply because they didn't hear me, but just simply on the fact of my ethnicity. So, and the last question. What makes you want to become a teacher and how do you handle racism as an adult? And this one's kind of long. I never actually wanted to be a teacher, but I feel as though as we are all teachers and students to some degree, to my kids, I try to be as diverse, as a person in the way I teach. Yeah, it's possible simply because there's really no such thing as being Asian or being black or being white. It's a part of who we are. You can't be something that you're not. I'm not sure. Let me elaborate. There's no stereotypical way to be black. There's stereotypes and whatnot, but when it comes down to it, there's no way to be Asian. I am Asian, but that doesn't define who I am. If that makes sense. Okay. So, and I want them regardless of their ethnicity, because the majority of my kids are Asian, but a couple of them are mixed, some of them white, black, and I want them to be unashamed in the way they view themselves, view other people, their likes, their dislikes, because by the end of the day, all good people and bad people come from all backgrounds, all walks of life. Being from so and so, being born such and such doesn't define you or shouldn't make you or won't make you a good person or a bad person. All right. Plus the fact that there are not a lot of teachers that take care beyond their jobs, and it's difficult to find legitimate role models. So I aspire to try to be that person to my kids as possible. And that's not a bash against teachers when I say that. It's more so it's just teachers. It's teachers nowadays have so much more worry about with like more school testing and whatnot. That's kind of hard for teachers kind of give students like individual attention, like in public school and stuff. So, I mean, it's not a bash against teachers when I say that, but it really is harder to find people that would take that time out to invest in a young person like that. So I try to do that with my kids, and really in music, movies, it's hard to find good, like legitimately good role models. So it's difficult. And this is kind of the end of my response. As an adult, for me, racism doesn't faze me anymore. The face that I'm also or the fact, I don't know why I put face, the fact that I'm also in an interracial relationship. If you guys haven't seen my girlfriend already, click the annotation somewhere. Check her out. Not like that, but check. Anyways, for them, or crap, the fact that I'm also in an interracial relationship already tests that mentality when ignorance is directed my way. For them, if they truly want to believe in the negative portrayals of ethnicity in media, online, etc., then all I can do is wish them God bless and show pity for those people who are cutting themselves off from a part of the world that can and may open their eyes to not only those around them but themselves. The thing is, you learn most about yourself when you're tested and when you're around other people. I mean, if you stay in one spot your whole life, I mean, that's not a bad thing, but there's so much life out there that, I mean, if you take a step outside your comfort zone, you know, you'll be surprised at what you learn about yourself. And yeah, and to kind of elaborate on the first two, kind of elaborate on the last question, but not so much the first two. I mean, as in the first question, I was talking about how I didn't really fit into the Asian crowd, and a lot of that growing up was just because I wasn't Buddhist. I didn't go to the temple and that, and that's partly because my parents were Christian. Right, they raised me in a Christian household, and I'm not trying to throw Jesus your way. I mean, if you guys want to check him out, you might like him, but you know, when I was growing up, it's not so much like this nowadays. But back when I was growing up, I was called a sellout, or I was called, not really Asian by my peers and a lot of their parents, behind my back and whatnot, because I was Asian, but I was Christian, you know? And the fact that I wanted to do music, and this is before, like all the Asian musicians on YouTube and stuff, you know, all these people would tell me I was, a wannabe white kid or wannabe black kid because I wanted to do music and the fact that I was going to church. So realistically, that's kind of one of those things alongside doing music in high school and middle school that I started seeing race less as kind of a factor, I started seeing race as just one of those things that doesn't matter when it comes to people, When I'm gonna make friends, if I'm cool with you, you're cool with me, we crack jokes, whatever, we're cool. If you want to be offensive and whatnot, God bless, keep walking. Karma should be, hopefully will be a beautiful person when she comes to meet you. And the last one, let me check how much time this has got. I gotta wrap this up. And as far as racist comments go, I really don't care anymore, to be honest. I occasionally get a racist comment here on a YouTube video, but I really don't care. You can say what you want. I'm happy. I got a job. I got a place to sleep. I got food to eat. I'm at peace with my family, my friends. I am good. Nothing somebody says can hurt me. So, yeah, that's my view on racism. This video has kind of been a long time coming. I hope you guys enjoy, or I hope you guys like what I have to say. If there's some part of racism or something on this issue that you want me to talk about, leave a comment below and I'll see if I can get to it. I love you guys.